Hello, hello. Happy Father's Day to all the daddies out there of humans and fur babies or even reptiles, right? I don't know why I said that, but hey, whatever. Maybe somebody owns like some type of lizard or something. I heard alligator. That's not unheard of. Or maybe, you like spiders or something. Odd, anyway. Odd that I would say that. But yeah, because, when you parent something, and you love it, like a mommy or a daddy, So happy Father's Day to everybody. So I went outside to have my coffee and smoke a cigarette, sitting in my Pilot. I was looking around outside and I just was like, man, it's a new day. I know it's a new day, right? Every day we wake up, every day the sun rises. It's a brand new day. Yesterday's gone. I was hearing that song, Tuesday's Gone with the Wind. Tuesday's Gone from Leonard Skinner. I was like, man, I woke up into a brand new day, but not just a brand new day. Something has shifted. Something feels different. It's like I went to sleep. I woke up. Something's different. Probably got stuff all under. Yeah, whatever, Should probably text my stepdad. I mean, I forget all about him a lot of times because, he hasn't been in my life since I was 13. And the last time I saw him was at my brother's funeral out here. First and last time, But I got two daddies, I mean, they're not my dad. They're my sons. And they have children. Anthony's a stepdaddy, and Aaron is a daddy with a beautiful little Sophia, my little granddaughter, Bradhull's son. She's cute. I feel like she's a pistol. She is. She's got that red hair, And she's definitely got her mom and dad's spunkiness, we'll say. And her Grammys. Should I be Grandma? Grammy? Grandmama? So you woke up. Does anything to you guys, does it feel like something shifted, like something's different? I can't explain it. I can't put my finger on it, but something has changed. Something has changed. Let's see what these say right here. Align your life. What is not aligned or needs to change? Bless you. Bless you. Tune into the portal of your heart. So is somebody doing heart chakra work? All right, so I just got guided when I said heart chakra work. I got guided to, I have a brown candle. Brown is the color, 444. Brown is the color, brown and black are the colors of the earth star chakra. I prefer to use brown because it reminds me of like the dirt. Oh gosh, you guys, that's $1.5 million. So aligning with our chakras, and chakras are coming up again. It might have to do with what is that? The Kundalini. And I don't know much about that. I just know that there was this young man back in 2019. It was Thanksgiving, as a matter of fact. He used to work at our job, right? I say young man because he's like 26 years younger than me. I know. Young man. Anyway, he came out. He came out to visit, and I don't know why I'm saying this story, but that's what wanted to come out before. But something happened when we were together, you know, in the same vicinity, right? Together, spending time. He put his hand on my back. That was over, okay? I was just like, what the fuck? Okay, come on, let's go. That's probably a little too much information, but I had the most astounding experience because I felt something. It was like on the side of my spine, and and I could feel it, and it came all the way up the back and came in. My hands would tingle, and it's like this young man sparked something in me that awakened. And then, of course, it was tumultuous. We had a lot to do. You know, it was a time of the season for loving. What's your name? Who's your daddy? Is he rich? Is he rich like me? Has he taken, any time to show, to show you what you need to live? Anyway, I think he could, for all I know, he could be married with children by now. I have no idea, really. I wish him well. Always have. He has a great calling on his life, and I've always seen that. And I had to, you know, my family and everybody. Somebody must have experienced this, or I wouldn't be talking about it. So everybody thought, you know, he was manipulating me. This, that. I know. It was. I know. And he thought, he's so young at the time, and he thought, you know, he was getting over on me, that I didn't know every time he was getting everything that was going on. I didn't point it out. So, you know, it was what it was. And that was beginning. That was another one of my things of and I really didn't care that it seemed like I looked like a fool, because it was one of my things. I was being called to do certain things, like I've always been. And for reasons I didn't know, but back then I was following my calling, and I was a mess too. On and off drugs, you know. I'd get off drugs, I'd go back to the fucking place, you know, ended up having to go back to where all the fucking drugs were, you know, like I couldn't get away from it no matter what I did. And it was a choice, right? I would quit, and then I would end up going back to drugs, and then feeling like shit, beating myself up, blah, blah, blah. But, you know, I was answering my call then. Was that? No, it's to share your voice. You know, I couldn't see it then. Not from the perspective I can see now. So see, whatever, you guys have been on your journey, even though whether you beat yourself up about it or not, you've been on that journey. Look back. I'm getting chills. So they'll show you. And you might have thought certain things, because deep down inside, your inner voice, your inner knowing, your inner calling, your soul was guiding you. But your ego, your human, ego, right? The pain body, like Eckhart Tolle calls it. The part that holds all the trauma and responds from that, or doesn't respond, reacts from that space until we shine light on it, right? Till we open those doors, right? Look in that closet, so to speak. Till there's no more skeletons in the closet. And I'm not talking just about fucked up things you did. I'm talking about the skeletons of the pain and the trauma and the abuse, is what I heard. And you shine light on it. When the sun, the luminary, shines the light on the moon glows, right? What are you looking? What are you looking over there? Your paw? Is it okay? Do I need to check it? Bowie. Don't look at me like that. Bowie. You can't have it. You're so damn cute. She's so damn cute. Izzy is so dang cute. Once you face yourself completely in all the darkness that lies inside, and you are illuminated, you become transparent. There's nothing to hide. You're not ashamed of the things you did before, because you're different now, and you didn't know any better then. That's part of our evolution and growth. And when you can become transparent, I just heard halls of Amenti. I don't know why, but when you can walk around transparent, meaning there's nothing to hide. You're not ashamed. Yeah, I don't like the things I did in the past. And I'm sure there's going to be some things I might do that I might not be complete. I don't know. I can't say that, and I'm not speaking that over my life. Because all I have is this moment, and in every moment that I'm in, I like to stand in my integrity. There's somebody I want to wish Happy Father's Day to. He's been on my mind a lot. He lives up to, I used to work for him. Mike worked for him, you know what I mean? And, yeah, some things occurred or whatever that was not right, really fucked my head up. But time has passed, and I really want to say Happy Father's Day. Because at the end of the day, no matter what happens, I still feel people, and I feel for them. So what do you do with that? Is that like, oh, it's okay, you can do whatever you want to me? No. It's going back to that part of when I said, yesterday or the other day, when I said about, that's this deck. Going from how we are naturally, right? I'm a caring, loving person, and in my natural state of being, me naturally is nurturing and love and kindness and seeing past the human and the fucked up things the human does, because the human's just acting out. It's acting out of that whatever inside that needs to be illuminated, that needs to be light shed on it. Or maybe I just always like to think that there's something good inside of everybody, whether they can see it or not. So at what point, what do? Go against how I am, that loving, caring nature? Because it makes me feel yucky inside. Whether they receive it or not, it goes back to got to do what feels right for us at the end of the day, so when you walk away or when you leave your vessel or whatever, you know you've exhausted, you've done everything that you're okay with you. Like being in a relationship, that you've done everything in your part, everything you could, and you stayed in your integrity. You loved him. Because I wanted to get to the point, and I ended up getting to that point, and I'm very thankful for that because it was huge. It relieved me so much. It released and relieved me of so many things. I'd see women that, even if they were mad at their husband, this, that, or the other thing, they still did their wifely things. They still cooked the dinner, took care of the house. You know what I mean? Had jobs too, you know. They worked too and did that, you know, did the kid stuff and took care of their husband. And, you know, you see that in movies and stuff. It's like, those are movies, right? It's not real life. Although we base our lives off of what we watch on the screen. So that's funny, but... just doing what's right inside of you. You know, when I was bedridden, and the man I loved, really loved and wanted to take care of and wanted to show love to and wanted to just really give him everything that he didn't get from any women except his grandma in his life, right? He wasn't having it, though. Even when he said he wanted to, let's get married, let's do this, and then he's, you know, with another chick, moved her in the house, and I was in another bed, you know what I mean? I still took care of him. Fuck, I took care of her shit, too, you know, when I could get up at some point, because I wasn't flat the whole entire time. I mean, I had to lay down a lot, but I would get up and try to do things. And the only way I was able to do that is because I was high on drugs, honestly. But it hurt so bad, and I had to lay down a lot, so I was in bed a lot. But when I could do something, I would. For both of them. And she was a thieving bitch. And he was the disgusting old man to her, I'm pretty sure. That's funny, I said that to them one day, but one of the creepy guys, you know, ew, because she would always leave and go fuck somebody else. But anyway, that's he's got to live with all that. I'm still nice, you know, but I'm trying to paint a picture here of trying to explain. It doesn't matter what anyone else does. It only matters what you do at the end of the day. Can you live with yourself, I guess, is the best way to say it. I don't know why all that shit's coming up. I know why that's coming up, because what you're getting ready to embark on, move into the next thing. First of all, discernment. You're going to have to know who you are. You're going to have shined the light on everything. You're going to have to be transparent. Spitting again. You know, I don't know if you're going to be in the pub. Chances are, you know, I don't want to be in the public eye in that aspect. I mean, we're going to be behind the scenes doing the real work. But in this day and age, since it's all social media and nobody wants to be face-to-face, everybody would rather be behind their phones by themselves. I mean, they've got a bunch of movies about it. Hello. Nobody wants to be outside anymore. There are some people that are traveling now, you know, the nomads. The van lifers, right? The RVers. Living life on the road, you know. Would you call them homeless when their home is their vehicle? That's not homeless. That's having a home. It just looks different than the rest of the Matrix world. Duh, you stand out like a sore thumb. You might as well wear bright orange. bright pink, bright yellow, you know, or just red. You know what I mean? You stand out. You clash. We're supposed to. That's how you know you're the one. But transparency and using your discernment is going to be extremely important, because there's a lot of pieces of shit out there that are dipped in 24 karat gold. And just because it looks all pretty and shiny doesn't mean that they're not caca on the inside. I haven't used that word caca in a long time. That's what my brother used to say when he was little. Caca. It's all caca on the inside. Whoa, that's a trip. That's a blast from the past. I miss my brother. I miss my mom. I miss Mike. I even miss fucking Nick. I miss John. Joe. There's so many. I could go on and on. Happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers present and past. PASSED. Happy Father's Day. And may the force be with you. We're Jedis. We have the power. We have the force. We're Jedis, right? Only used for good. I'm getting that red thread, the ties that bind. It's slowly fading now, the urge, the thought of wanting to, because I see and I know what people are about. They have no idea I know. And they just walk around and continue to do their fuckery. And it's just kind of comical, because I can see right through them. I'm a really good actor, I guess. When you're a double agent, not a double agent, but a secret agent, with the double, quadruple mission, it'd be like that. I hate when people talk like that. It'd be like that. That's just, you sound like a fucking uneducated idiot. Now we got supernatural coming out. Now see, and that's judgmental. So see, we're not perfect, and just because we elevate, but you see how fast I caught that? Maybe that's the reason why we had to say that. 2323, because if you're looking for a perfect saint walking around like the actual Jesus, and didn't Jesus even get upset one time, flip tables and stuff? You're focusing on the wrong. Most of society, they're focusing on the wrong things. If people focus on, oh my God, was she going to brush her hair? Why is she wearing her nightgown? Is she ever going to put makeup on? Why is it always the same thing? Look at her fucking teeth. How, she's just not wearing makeup? Oh my God. Does she not care about herself? Or whatever, you know? If that's all you're going to look at, and certain ways things are said and words, you got to be able to see. Those of you that are the elect, you know, because you could see past the illusion and the distraction, and that's all of that is, with the words and the different words and how you say things. You know, like yesterday I was talking about the battle of drugs. If it's a battle, what does that make you feel inside? Well, for me, inside, I feel defeated immediately. But when you switch that around and just call it a fucking choice and face it for what it is, then it no longer has control of you. You are the choice maker. you. Oh, God. And that's why most people like to stay asleep, because they don't want to take any responsibility or think for themselves. If you thought for yourself, you would look around and realize all of how much bullshit there is and how many lies you're being fed. But most people love to be in their comfort, which is not comfortable at all. Look at how miserable everybody is. Yeah, there's wars. The ground's opening up. Fucking the world's going to end as we know it. Hello? It's been written in the book. Everybody's been talking about it for thousands of years. Is it any news to you? No. Not in my lifetime. Look around you. We've been speaking this for ever since we got those fucking back in 2017. 2017, I got this vision. That's when they started. Put the ground in the fucking giant with the flaming swords. Yeah. And over the years, I've had 3. One of the last ones, I was at my daughter's house. I was given Bible verses with those visions, and it was all about Jesus, and when Jesus was tempted by, Satan. Took him to a high mountain. I'll give you all of this. Throw yourself down on that rock or whatever, and angels will come and get you. It is written, you cannot tempt thy Lord thy God. So get behind me, Satan, right? Hence. Or however it goes. You guys know the Bible verse I'm talking about. I don't know Bible verses unless they're given to me. I just know the contents of them. That should say something. What it means, but I can't spell. And that's the thing about people that go to church and the religious folk. Oh, I know what that is. That's Isaiah 51:10 or whatever, I don't even know if there is an Isaiah 51:10. That just popped out of my head. And then they can quote it and they think they're so superior. And it's like, but you don't even have a fucking clue what it means even. But you can spout out Bible verses all day long, so you think you got power over everyone else. See, I've been taken to churches. I have written people's names down. They are written in a book. That was a whole thing. Caleb is one of them. When I called up there to talk to somebody, Caleb's one of them. Caleb's written down. That receptionist lady was rude. For a Christian thing, rude. Rude. Not true followers of Christ or God. Because if you were, you would listen. Discern. Instead, they judge. I talk to people at the church, even when I spoke to the right-hand guy of whatever that big John Maxwell's or I can't remember the name of but I don't remember the name of the man. But, he's one of those big Christian people or whatever, televised people or whatever. And I don't even know what I said to him, but I had to walk up and say something to him. And he couldn't even look me in the eye after that. My job was then done. Whatever I said to him spooked him or something. I don't know. But before that, I was sitting in church waiting for, and he kept looking back at me. And this motherfucker's married. But he kept looking back at me, back behind, because I was behind him, right? He kept looking at me. And then after that, he wouldn't look, So yeah, there was a time where I was presented to people. Put into places, and I don't know for what, but it's all written down, and that's how it came through to me. Their names are written down in the book. Uh-oh. I'll never forget, and I don't know what I said to Nick one day, but I sat down and said something he's forgot. I don't know what it is. I can't remember the words. And he very, very truthfully, he just said, thank you. So obviously he knew what I was talking about, but I didn't because I was a mouthpiece. We don't always have that understanding, and that's being a receiver. That's being a messenger. You don't know why. If you knew it, you know what I mean? Sometimes you just don't. You just say things and then you got to leave it alone. It's not up for you. It's not for you. It's for them. 3003. Well, we're really on a tangent today, folks, aren't we? Oh, I got to strip. My foot's asleep. Yeah, so I don't know why we're on that tangent, but I want to look up this Isaiah thing. I'm going to do it when we're off, and my Bible's over there. But, yeah. I don't know what the fuck's going on. But it's like I woke up in a whole new world. It's the same. It's super quiet. I just got this almost like an unsettling quietness. Like disturbingly quiet. Like waking up in the void or the construct. In Harry Potter, it was all white. In The Matrix, it was all white. It's the in-between. Wow. The void. I heard where dreams are made of. Do you see? I have little unicorns on here. And little rainbows and sunshine. Spread sunshine. I'm going to go. It's already been 31 minutes. I love you guys. Have a very blessed day. Peace and hair grease. Namaste. Thank you for being here. I love you. You're the elect. The elect few is how I heard it. And some of you are not. But you're maybe part of the righteous ones, you know. The followers. The ones that are waking up. The ones that are raising their consciousness, because, you know, there's those of us who've gotten there, then it's like ranks, right? You'll follow us. And then you'll go out on your own. And it starts. It's a trickle down. It's like a pyramid scheme shit, right? The hierarchy. And then by word of mouth, by showing, by doing, by being, we pass it down until the end of that age. Because it's the souls we're recruiting, right? Not the human, but the soul elevation. Because we want to take as many with us into the new world, the new earth, right? The millennium of peace, right? That's where we're going, back to the one. And out of the cesspool. I love you. Have a blessed day.